Good morning. We're going to do a pop-up card, square box card here on our Cricut. So we're in Design Space and we're going to pick our shape and we're going to pick the square for our base. And we are going to change the unlock. We're going to change the size of this. Width is going to be 5.5 and the height is going to be 10.5. We're going to change the color to white so we can see it a little bit better. Pop it up in the corner. I'm going to reduce our screen down a little bit so we can see this. We need a score line at the 3 mark. So I'll pick our shapes again. And our line, change it to score. Over to our more key. And our position is going to be 3. And we're just going to extend this down the whole length of the card. Okay. The square isn't quite large enough. We need to, I wonder why that's not, yeah, 10.5. Okay, so select our score line again. More, we're at 3. We're going to just change this to 10.5. Just make sure it's just at the very end there. Okay. Just about. So now what we're going to do, this is going to be the bottom of our card. These are going to be the flaps of our card. So right now I'm going to actually join this. We're going to attach it. And I'm actually going to flip this whole thing. So we're working at it this way. It's easier to visualize. So again, we're going to pop this up in the top corner. We can make our screen a little bit bigger now. We can change this. This is a little bit bigger because of the score line. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to actually detach that now. I'm going to shrink that down so it gives us it's not hanging over the edge there. And we're going to just squeeze that down a little bit more. Okay. And we can reattach this. And now I can pop this up in the corner. All right, so this is going to be the bottom of our card. So we need actual cut marks for the flaps of the top of the card going down to the score line. So we're going to take our shapes again. We're going to change this to cut. And we're going to have this be 3. We want it to come right down to our score line. And we want it to be at 2. The first one is going to be at 2.5. Okay, we're going to take this, we're going to copy it, duplicate it, because it's the right height, and we're going to change this one to be at the position of 5. Move this up to the top and change the position to 5. And then we're going to duplicate that. Bring it over, bring it up to the top, We're going to change their position to 7.5. We'll duplicate it one last time. And the last cut mark is going to be at the 10 mark. Okay, so that's going to give us our 3 panels. And then this is going to be our panels on the bottom, which means what we need to do, these are our cut marks. This is going to be removed completely. We need to do score lines now down here, extending these down. So we're going to pick our shape again, to score. We're going to bring it up to the 3 mark. We're going to line it up 2.5. We're going to duplicate this 3 times, so twice more. This one is going to go to the 3, and we are going to put that with the one on the 5. We'll check that this one is at 3. Not quite, almost. And this guy here, we're going to put at 3, and he's going to be at 7.5. And then one last time. And we're going to put this guy at the 3. And at 10. Okay, this is the base of our card. We also need some support tabs. So now we're going to do the support piece for the inside. And we need a rectangle that measures 3 by 3.5. We're going to score 1/2 inch from each of these sides. So we'll take our score tool. So this, and we're going to rotate this so that it's horizontal. And we're going to actually place this at 6.5. And we want it to be 3 inches long. Well, we didn't do that right. This is actually 0. 6.5. 3 inches. We're going to dupe that, and we're going to place them half an inch from the bottom here. So that's going to be, this is the 8, 9, 10. So this is 9. This is 3.5 inches high. So we want to place that at 9. And now we want to attach those 2 things. And we want to make 3 1-inch cuts here, or 2 cuts to make 3 tabs. So we want to pick our shape again. We want to change this to a cut. We want to place this at the 6 and 1. We did that opposite. 6 and 1. And we want to extend that down to the bottom. And we want to duplicate that one more time. And this time we want to place it at 6 and 2. And again, we did that opposite. And 2. Okay, so those are going to be your 3 tabs to hold the support. We're going to attach that. And this should cut us the base for our card. Okay, we're going to make this now. So I'm going to hit our make button. We're going to change our card sheet size. I don't have heavy weight 12 by 12, so we're going to use 8.5 by 11. So we need 2 sheets to do that. That's fine. And we're going to orientate our paper this way, and we're going to continue. Okay, so now we have our base, our 3 support pieces. You can see where the score marks are here at the 1/2 inch on each side. We're going to just fold those back. We have our base, this tab at the top, the skinny one, we're going to cut right off. We don't need him. We probably could have cut that off on the Cricut, but just as easy to make a little snip there. Throw that away. And we're going to fold our base card. On the score line. And this is how we put our card together. We're going to attach that, but first we need to put our support pieces in place in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue these right up to the score line here. 1, 2, and 3. Get our glue, our tabs. First one, 1/4 inch between each one or so. You can decide you want closer in the front and less in the back. You can do that as well. Totally up to you where you want the placement. I'll then rotate the card. Just ignore that little bit there that won't show. And I'll line these up to the top of the score mark. Make sure they're all lined up. I'm going to push the tabs down. Apply glue on them. Apply glue on the closure tab. And very simply, we're just going to pick the card up and we're going to close it down on itself, making sure it's lined up. We're going to just give that a good press. And usually I'll open the card, I'll flip it back the opposite way and give it a good press as well. And there you have the base. Again, just ignore that part, that was a mistake on my part. There you have your base for your pop-up card. This is the back panel, this is the sides. Now how that looks
when it's all done, here's an example of one. Lays flat, squeeze the sides, pops up, flaps come down. This is after the panel is decorated, and then it stands. And the sky is the limit for how you can decorate these.